Other times you got Tim fucking walking
All
around.
righty. Yeah, I know. I thought he was walking behind you. This is Paul Romero with the Sell a House Wholesale Real Estate Investing. Oh, number 182 today on a Wisdom Wednesday, October 28th, 2015. And this is although, you know what? Although New Op Day is New Opportunity Day, today we're going to talk about opportunity. Some of our conversations, John and I's conversation last night at a very, I don't know, sophisticated, interesting experience we had last night. There was a lot of opportunity talk, and I figured that's probably a subject that's on John's mind this morning. So I figured that would be a great subject for us to, for me to lead him in with. And I put up on the post, I basically said, opportunity, why you don't think there is any, and how that could not be, farther from the truth. In that the reason why is because what's been ingrained and programmed into you since you were birthed, and how you can have the power, how you do have the power to do whatever you want, and think a little bit differently to be able to actually see and take advantage of all the opportunity that really truly is out there today. So with that, John, hey, you're up.
Hey, well, happy rising, Paul. Just to let everybody kind of know what Paul's talking about there, our evening of sophistication. Actually, with an investor out here that we do quite a bit of business with. We had gotten together with him last night over at a cigar lounge here in town called Magnolias. Magnums, not Magnolias, Magnums. 7th Street and Union Hills. Anyone in the Phoenix area that likes cigars, good whiskey, and awesome smoked meats and good cheeses, this is the place to go. So right there is an opportunity to really indulge and enjoy yourself with wine or whiskey, cigars, cheeses, and meats that are just quite actually just a delicacy. So I'm real excited about having gone out there last night. But as Paul alluded to, what we had done a lot of talking about amongst ourselves and the investor we went out to this dinner with was opportunities in real estate and opportunities with internet businesses, opportunity with building phone apps and websites, just all the different opportunities that are available to people out there in today's world, and how most people still kind of believe and buy into the fact that in order to have success or have mainly security, because I don't even think it's success that most people want, just a sense of security, working a 9-to-5 job, and people don't see beyond that there's any opportunity anymore beyond that. I mean, Paul had to step up, so he's away from the video, but I'd love to get his take on this. But the whole idea that there's no opportunity in America anymore. You hear so many people say that the American dream is dead. There's no opportunity anymore. Jobs suck. There's no work for people out there. And you know what? Depending on your mindset, where you're coming from and who you are, like that might be true. That's how you see the world, and that's the world for you. But the question people need to ask themselves is, why am I fighting or clinging on to the past? And the past being the idea of having to get a job that's going to take you from cradle to grave, and how the whole point of life is just finding your job or your career to support yourself. Because after all, job security, you hear it said all the time. And what is job security actually? What does it mean? The word security mean? That has nothing to do with success. Being able to see the opportunities, and rather than spending your life searching for a career or a job, why aren't people spending their time in their lives researching their passion? Find out what they're passionate about and then monetize that passion. So, with that being said, welcome to the Hangout. I'm basically along the same lines as Paul here today, of thinking that, good thing to talk about is just all the opportunities that exist out there. I just got to say, what's going on over there? I see Tim in the background. Paul, what are you guys doing in the back there in that video? I guess they don't hear me.
We're getting out of town, buddy. Getting on an airplane here. I'm just locking up the door and heading out the front.
Gotcha. Why don't you give people a little idea of what the opportunity you have is being part of this real estate business?
Well, the opportunity I have this morning is to get a ride to the airport so I can get on a plane.
You got everything, Paul?
Yeah. So I can get on a plane, go to the airport, and we'll go to the airport, then get on the plane, actually, go to another airport, get on a bus, and go home for a week so that I can winterize my house, because so I don't come back to everything.
All right, so I'm assuming Paul's on the hotspot, so he's going to kind of take this Hangout Mobile today. That's awesome.
Oh, crap.
With Tim, his old roommate.
Good reminder. Hotspot.
Uh-huh. All right, well, and I guess I'm on now, so I see Tim's getting in the car there. Paul's eating some kind of avocado on a piece of bread. But let's get into it. You know,
Look, don't go anywhere.
one of the opportunities we were discussing last night is how, you know, what a huge opportunity there is in just real estate in general. Truly in the Phoenix market right now, just to give you a little insight, it truly is a wholesaler's market. I mean, wholesalers are controlling the deals right now, where they come from, how to get to the motivated sellers. This market really has created a lot of entrepreneurs that are creative, forward-thinking. Paul and I have the opportunity to do business with a lot of these people, and a lot of people in wholesalers in the Phoenix market here that have been doing this business for a number of years are now at the point of really branding themselves. And I'm excited for a lot of people I do business with to see where they propel themselves going into 2016, using such opportunities as the internet, websites, branding, social media, to really build their brand, build their image. And what a huge opportunity there is just in that alone is, if you're good at marketing, or you have bright ideas, or you have an idea for an image or something along those lines, you could make a business out of just helping people bring that image to social media, helping people create their brand, create your own brand. That's what's so amazing about today's world, is that I think, quite honestly, there's even more opportunities in today's world than there probably was in the 80s. I mean, all those opportunities that existed then exist now, plus the whole advent of the internet and cell phone technology, which in my opinion is going to be the biggest moneymaker in the world, is to be made through this cell phone. That I can't tell you how truly I believe the largest opportunity out there that is accessible to anybody with a creative idea and a drive to accomplish is creating a way to make, to make apps for these phones. I mean, designing your own app to fit your need when it's a need that 80% of the people out there have. I read an interesting article. I don't even know if we have Paul on anymore, because I think he froze. I don't even know if we have me on anymore, so I'm just going to keep going. I was reading this a psychology book, and there was a statistic pointed out, or kind of a percentage pointed out about people and what people have in common. And they say 80% of the people, people have 80% more in common than they have uncommon, which is why also, they go on to explain how whenever something feels most personal to you, whatever feels most personal to you is probably something that 80% of the people out there can relate to. Ah, there's Paul now. And 80%.
Yeah, we might have had a little glitch there. Where are you going? Oh, I thought you were going to John.
If there's something that you're looking for, a tool or a system or a phone app or some kind of thing that you're designing to help organize yourself, and it doesn't exist out there, one of the opportunities is the fact that it doesn't exist, giving you the opportunity to create that, to solve that problem. And there's so much of that out there that to live in fear of not being able to find a secure job, a good secure job, and people fighting for returning to a time when there was good jobs and bring manufacturing back to America. You got to think about it in regards to that is like advocating to turn back the clock, so to speak, because the world is a different place and it's moving forward. We don't want things to start turning around and moving backwards. Like, we want things to move and progress forward into the future. And with that is the creation of an abundance of opportunities in so many realms, not just here in real estate. So are you now joined us back live, Paul?
But that's a really cool concept that you brought up there, because so many people after the crash, especially, and even still today, are waiting for everything to go back to normal. Well, you know what? Nothing ever goes backwards in this world, and going back to normal is never going to happen. And if you're waiting for that, you're waiting for something that's never going to happen. You need to wake up and look forward and see what's coming, because this is an ever-changing universe, and everything that happens out there is always changing. And if you're not looking forward and seeing what's coming down the line, trying to figure out what the changes might be, how you can position yourself to be, in the right place at the right time to take advantage of some of these changes, to find a problem and to make a solution, then yeah, you are going to be left behind. The world is going to pass you by, and you're going to be sitting on the couch watching TV, waiting for your unemployment check or your Social Security check or whatever it is to come in, so that you can barely feed yourself and hope that you can keep this roof over your head long enough, to live out your days, exist out your days until they can put you to rest in the hole in the ground. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is. And you don't have to. I mean, I don't care how old you are. Okay, I'm older. I'm probably classified in the beyond your productive years range. And you know what? I just now am starting to redo everything and create a whole new life for myself by looking at the opportunities that are available there and jumping on them and taking advantage of it. So you don't have any excuses, put it that way. You can do whatever you want at any age you want. And if you're so young right now too that you have no clue, well, you know what? That's even better, because you've got a jelly bowl in your mind that can be easily formed and and put on the right track a whole lot quicker and easier than us old farts. So that's all I got to say about that.
It's funny, Paul, because I don't even see your face. I just see a dot and a circle on this hangout. But can you hear me okay? Am I coming through clear?
Yeah, you're still live.
Oh, excellent. All right, so we're still live. Little technical difficulties, no big deal. Anyway, one of the things that we discussed last night, Paul, as I was talking about when I think you and Tim got cut off, is how I feel that, coming from the point of view of real estate and what we're doing here with the PropertyNoodlers team, who we are as Sell a House Arizona, this is a business that Paul and I have been kind of putting together for the last 4 years. And I'd say in 2015, we've really uncovered a unique niche or glitch in the market, if you will, where deals are just really abundant. And if they're abundant here, they're abundant in other cities, other states, other places of the country. And if you just know what it is you're looking for, what it is that the niche is, and what the opportunity is to make money, this is a market that is really geared towards making some wholesalers rich, I think, over the next 2 to 5 year window. I think what we're doing here in Phoenix is really powerful, and there's a huge opportunity to really exploit it over the next couple years because of where the economy is, where the crash of 2009 took us. And Paul's right. You know, we don't want to go back to the way it was, because it can never go back to the way it was. That's the way it was. And the way it is now, like, can we change things moving forward? Well, yeah, we could create the world we want to live in, but not by looking for the United States or the world economy to turn the clocks and go back to a time when, sure, you can get a manufacturing or a mining job in the United States of America when you're 18, and shit, you'll even be employed up until the day you drop dead. And maybe those jobs don't exist anymore, but does that mean that there's no opportunity anymore? You know, there's a difference between success and having security in your life. So I kind of wanted to get your take on all those thoughts.
Well, you know, yeah, exactly. Success and security are like ice and fire. They're the complete opposite of each other. Security will never lead you to success, because security basically has a limitation. It has a cap on it. You can only take it so far, you know. But for many people, it's not a bad place to be. You know, not everybody out there can have the ability within themselves to develop that entrepreneurial spirit, that free thinking mindset that, you know, allows somebody to be willing to take the reins of their own life and go out and do things differently and change things. You know, not everybody's cut out for that. You know, some people do need that, you know, quote, sort of just secure job that they know that this is what they have. And that's a kind of a good thing, because as entrepreneurs, you know, we probably need some of those people on our team, because they need to be able to, you know, we need to be able to outsource things and have people do things for us. And so, you know, we still have to have those kind of people in the world. But for anybody who is looking for more, that's, you know, that's really what we talk about here, is those people that are looking for more. How do you get it? What do you do? Where do you go out and get it? The interesting thing about it is, I was telling our Uber driver last night, just before I left her, you know, she was talking about going to school. And, you know, you learn a lot of stuff in school. They stuff a lot of information into your head. And the word education in and of itself has been, for lack of a better term, transvested. You know? I take that from a transvestite who has switches sexes. The word has been transvested, because if you look it up in the dictionary today, it says knowledge. It stuffs a bunch of crap into your head. But the root of the word education comes from the Latin or Greek or wherever, educo, which means to educe, or to draw out of, or to pull out of. So education is really supposed to be about drawing out of the individual what's already in you, which is the amazing powers of, you know, the universal laws that how things happen on this world. But instead of bringing that out into the open and enlightening people to how this planet and everything really works, so that you can use it to your best advantage to be successful, we've switched that, and we just dump a bunch of information into your brain so that you think all these other things are important. So the real education in life comes after school.
I agree with that 100%.
And learn what this, you know, learn how everything works, and learn how to be an opportunist, and how to see opportunity, and not only how to see it, but also how to be able to utilize it. I don't like using the word take advantage of, because success really lies in your ability to solve problems for other people, without infringing on someone else's rights, and taking advantage of anything sort of imparts that sort of thought into people's heads. So, but yeah, to be able to utilize an opportunity to your advantage is really the education that we don't get in school.
Right. I mean, there's a difference between the classroom and the real world. I want to fall back on something you said there, Paul, about the security that an employee is looking for. To me, as we pointed out, there's a difference between success and security. But, I want to define something here about success. If if you're working at a job, I don't care what job it is, what it is that you do. If you feel good about doing what you're doing, if you are happy and you're getting up looking forward to getting to your job every day, who's to say that you aren't successful? Money is a very important thing in the areas where it's important. So I would never sit here and tell you that, making a lot of money isn't what's important. Happiness is important, blah, blah, blah. Two different things. What I'm saying here is I agree that there's a difference between, feeling secure and having that security, meaning that you have been successful in your life. But I will define success as, are you getting up every day with purpose, and then you feel good that what you're getting up and doing is fulfilling that purpose you have for your life. And whatever you do, to fulfill your purpose, who's to take away you and say, hey, you're any less successful than the guy that made $1 million flipping a commercial real estate deal? So what? You work as an employee in a capacity that investor needs to hire to do a job in order to him to be able to create that kind of an income, and you're happy about doing it, and you feel purposeful in your tasks. You're just as successful as the guy who made the $1 million check. Is in my definition of what success is in life. Because money is important, but I'm not going to sit here and say money isn't everything, because money kind of is everything in my opinion in today's modern world, because you need to have cash flow in order to be involved in transactions, and everything in life is a transaction. Everything in life, quite frankly, is a business transaction as well, which is good, because that means where there's business, there's opportunity. So everything's an opportunity. Every conversation you have, every choice you make is an opportunity to grow or to wither.
Yeah, that's a good point there, is that everything is an opportunity, and every interaction with another human being is an opportunity. And just looking around, there is so much opportunity available today because, number one, there's just so much out there. There's so much available. There's so much information. There's so much knowledge. There's so many things. There's so many everything that goes on, and you don't have to reinvent the wheel. This is one of the big hangups for a lot of people is, you get your of the mindset that we have to, create it, build it, do everything all ourselves. And that's something that was, again, that was, sort of programmed into us over the years, and being independent and, not being able to, you can't count on anybody else. If you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. And that sort of mindset thinking that was, has been, put into each and every one of us. And in today's world, it's really, that mindset is what's holding a lot of people back, because today's world is really all about collaboration and co-opetition and, combining things, just like what you were talking about the other night or last night, in that, taking something on these phones right here, creating an app on here. You don't need to create the activity or the product or the service or whatever it is. It's already out there. All you have to do is figure out how to take 2 or 3 of those things and connect them.
Right. It, the opportunity in this world to just connect the dots to make millions of dollars is right around the corner.
That makes sense together and connect them. Do something on those lines. So the opportunity in this situation, but you don't have to build a better mousetrap. In fact, you can have a mousetrap over the last century, and now how to weigh one little thing on how to, eat something like that. You know what I mean? Just one little thing that makes something easier. You can actually, not only do you have to, in the past you always had to sort of make something better, just make it 10% better, they said, and you've got a winning idea. In today's world, you can actually make something 10% simpler. And there's a whole other offshoot of the opportunity that's available in the whole idea of, making things better.
Yeah, absolutely. You were kind of cutting off a little bit there, Paul, but I think if anyone else is experiencing that, everyone got the gist of what you're saying there. But I'm just going to reiterate that I truly believe.
Probably. Sorry, I'm getting. There's probably going to be some service interruption, so yeah, we might want to put an end to it.
All right. Well, I was just going to say, and I think I don't have the same interruptions you do because I'm stable. That there's opportunity out there in just connecting the dots, bringing together people with different skill sets, collaborating. Really, who can make a lot of money in this world is if you're just a person with good ideas and good intentions. And when I compare good ideas to good intentions, meaning you have an idea that you intend on bringing to fruition. You might have an idea for a video game or computer software, but you're not a programmer and you don't know the first damn thing about writing computer software programming. However, you don't need to know that. You have an idea for a computer software program and you want to bring it to fruition. You just need to collaborate with someone that can help take your ideas and get the computer to bring it into existence. We are living in a world with 3D printing. I mean, just think about that means. A concept can be created digitally now and been brought into real life. Like, how many doors does that concept alone open up in your mind that any idea you have in your head can be turned into a reality if you just have the good intentions of bringing it to fruition. So with that, we'll go ahead and end this. I don't know if Paul's on here anymore or what, but we always end this by doing the Napoleon Hill prayer that goes, "Oh, universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better uses of the riches given to me at birth, through the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I may desire." So with that,
that comes from Napoleon Hill. For those of you wondering how to go out and find opportunity, become an opportunity seeker, go buy yourself a copy of Think and Grow Rich. It's not work hard and grow rich. It's not get a good education and grow rich. It's think, use your bean, and grow rich. All right, everybody. We'll see you back here on Freedom Friday. Have a good rest of your session. And John, awesome job today. Bye.